What's going on, YouTube? Broke the bank with this one. You will not be disappointed. Stick around to the very last setup. They're all fire. They're all deadly. The one play money play out of this formation starts at 4 minutes and 47 seconds, but I wouldn't shoot yourself in the foot and miss out on all the setups because they're all pretty deadly. This is the best setup. The entire scheme is set up around this setup right here. It is very, very difficult to stop. It's a complete headache. So it's the shot fade cross, fellas. And the beauty of this is actually it's a quick setup. It's just streaking triangle, and then that's the only hot route, and then you motion circle to the left. That being said, circle's always going to be your first read. You can tell right off the jump if he's going to get open, fellas. Hike the ball and look for circle immediately. If circle's not open, you're going to have to check triangle and square, and I'll break that down here in a second. But first, let me show you where to snap the ball on this motion snap. You want to snap it as soon as he gets to the inside of that most outside receiver. The key being you want the circle route to start his route further out than the other two routes. That's clutch because it really sets up the separation, and it really makes for easy reads for you, the user, to really start shredding defenses. So as soon as he gets about there, snap it so he gets outside. You'll be able to tell if circle's going to get open right off the jump. If circle's covered by that safety out there, check triangle up the middle because it's probably covered too. Alright, so setup number 2 is very simple as well. Just 2 hot routes, fellas. Streak triangle and drag X. Now you don't have to motion snap square. I like to, however. But X is always going to be your first read. He's going to beat cover 3, cover 4, and man defense. Always check X first. You can take him for 10 to 15. Circle's your next read. You saw right there you can fit circle in. And then your third read is going to be square. Just make sure you hit that fade route. Lead him outside and left. He will beat cover 3 and cover 2. Just keep in mind to hit that fade route against cover 2, just like you saw right there, you have to give it an extra second, wait for the corner to pay attention to your drag route, and then hit square over the top to the outside. Right here is just a bonus setup. You can streak X and put triangle on an out route, and that gets open as well. Moving right along to setup number 4, fellas. This is where it gets really interesting because you can motion snap the opposite side receiver and motion snap them. So in setup number 1, we had circle motion snapping to the left. In this setup right here, we have triangle motion snapping to the right. So you're motioning the opposite way. You're really going to confuse your opponent, and you're going to gain big yards, fellas. So what you're going to do on the setup, you can rewind it if you need to, but it's circle on a fade, square on a slant. Circle on a fade, square on a slant, then you motion triangle to the right and snap it as soon as he's a little bit inside that circle receiver. So you're always going to check triangle first. Circle's going to be on a fade right here. Square's going to be on a slant coming from the opposite side of the field, and then you move triangle to the right. You motion snap it as he's in motion, right about there inside the circle receiver, and you check him first. If triangle's open to the outside, hit him. If he's not open, you're going to have square or circle open over the top. Now setup number 4 is kind of a trick play. It's a cover 2 beater. You put triangle on a fade route, and then you take the square route, that fade route, and motion him to the right, and he shreds cover 2 up the middle. For a one play money play, that's just like once or twice a game. I would throw it in there to surprise your opponent if you need a big play. Now here's setup number 5. This includes a one play money play. Just watch this for a little bit and enjoy. Let me break down exactly what's happening here, fellas. You're fading triangle, and that's it. Then you just motion snap square to the left, okay? And it's just really easy, simple progressions. Your first progressions, here's the hot routes real quick on the screen there for you. Just fade triangle, motion snap square to the left. Your progressions are going to be square every time. Check square first. A lot of times in cover 3, if that outside defender is in a deep blue, which he is a lot of times in a cover 3, square will get open to the left side of the field. take square off the jump if you have them. Now, it gets interesting. If square's covered, you're going to have a shot at a one-play touchdown over the top to the triangle receiver. Now, you're going to have a quarterback with some throw power and some throw accuracy. You're going to have a fast receiver. I'd say at least 91 speed, at least 90 acceleration. But if square's covered to the left, you're going to look at triangle next. Now look, triangle was covered as well. Guess what happens then? Circle's going to come wide open underneath. And check this out. You can actually hot route circle, or I'm sorry, playmaker circle, because he's going to be the closest receiver. So if square's covered, you look at triangle, you don't want to take the one play money shot. Guess what? Circle's going to be open coming underneath. And you can also flick up on the right stick and playmaker circle to get him going upfield even further. Another way to throw the one play money play is right here. Fade triangle still, and then streak X and drag circle. I've actually have less blockers, but I found that this one play money play is a little bit more effective. It gets open a little bit more often. Fading triangle, streaking X, dragging circle, and then you still motion snap square to the right. And then the last thing you want to do to mix it up is just mix in the halfback base and the halfback draw. Setup number one has that motion, that same receiver motion into the left. So you motion that same receiver, motion snap it, and you're going to get big yards, fellas. I put a lot of time into this scheme. If you enjoyed it, do me a solid, drop me a like, share it if you would, share it with your buddies, get it going viral. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe now. I really appreciate it, fellas, and enjoy the rest of your Madden season.